Ryan said he ain't got his hair permed. He ain't got his permanent.
Got me out here in the streets.
Hey girl, hey. Hey boy, hey. What y'all over here doing, knees? Ooh, hey Miss Kelly. Hey girl, hey. Hey boy, hey. Ryan and I just came from the gym. Drea said working. You ain't working that hard because you in here watching us.
She could be multitasking.
Ryan had a conference call, all in the car, using his hotspot. Now I don't mean his hotspot that's down in his panties.
Well, everything got to be related to my drawers.
I meant a hotspot as in his internet connection. Amen. Amen.
Trying to make a dollar.
Trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. So come on in, niece. Come on in, niece. Good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers, and all of that good stuff. This is the YouTube live version of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. So earlier, Ryan and I were talking over on the Facebook.
Over on the book.
You know, because I got to do my Facebook lives every now and then. You know, because Donnell said, I just finished watching the Patreon. Bitch! Hey, Marva. Listen, if you are not on Patreon, you are missing out on some good tea. Now, Donnell, don't mention any of the specifics on here. Amen? Don't mention any of the specifics, niece. Because we want to keep... I'm going home. Where you thought we were going? On a field trip?
Get on 20?
I don't know. I like to drive through the neighborhood, Ryan. Is that okay?
It's okay to say you miss Terrence. You know, when he used to be over here.
Please hit the like button and the share button. And the subscribe button for those of you that have not subscribed. Tabitha Brown. Breakfast Club. Who else be watching and ain't subscribed yet? Funky Doniva, I don't think you subscribed either. I may have subscribed you for myself, though, when I had access to your phone that time. Who else be watching and ain't subscribed to the channel? Donnell said he didn't inbox me over there on the messenger.
All that stuff in that back seat.
Right. They are carrying on about this Patreon. Listen, I've been talking about it all day. I just got off the phone with Derek J. It just don't make no sense. It really don't make no sense, niece. But at any rate, Ryan and I just left the gym. We're on our way back to my house. And we were talking about our first experience. Oh, you want to be a moderator, Nikita? Add as a moderator. Come on, somebody. You're now a moderator, niece. Hey, girl, hey. But we were talking about our first experiences. And here's the interesting thing. We get to the gym and I run into an ex of mine. I run into an ex of mine in the gym. Haven't seen him in ages.
Pulls right on up.
Walks up to me and taps me, and I look, because what did he do? He kicked me. I was on the ground, not on the ground. I was on one of the mats stretching, and my back was turned this way, and he kicked me like on my leg or on my back or something, just like a tap. And I turned around like, who the fuck? And he just bust out laughing. Because if you know me in real life, I really am a little ghetto. Amen.
Amen.
Tell me how you really feel. Oh my God. Darnell said, all I'm going to say is if it had been me, I would have been severely whooping a bitch. Whooping a bitch's ass. He talking about the Patreon, y'all. He talking about the Patreon. Listen, if you have not subscribed to Patreon, niece, I'm telling you, you better go on over there. That's where the good stuff is. Don't forget our contest, our Goalie Gummy contest ends on March 31st, okay? It ends on March 31st. Right now, my girl, who's in the lead? Yvonne Culliver is first. Shalonda is second. Crystal Woods is third. Sherry Kuntz is fourth. I'm gonna stop right there. I'll go to fifth. Marcus Smith is in fifth place. All right, so it's gonna go in that order in terms of who can choose what they want first in terms of the prizes that Elliot and I are giving away. You guys know we have some good prizes, some great prizes. So it's basically you purchase your Goalie gummies, and whoever purchased the most Goalie gummies for the month of March, once you make your purchase, you got to use my promo code though. You got to use Craig the Writer Stewart. Send me a screenshot of your receipt, email it over to booktherewriter@gmail.com, and I will put you in the contest. And then once we select our winners, I'll contact you so that hey girl, hey over there in St. Louis, Miss Ann Jones, is this blocked off?
Yep.
After all of this and it's blocked off,
March 8th through April 29th.
let me get on around this corner.
I can't want to take the scenic route.
Right, let me go to I can't even turn on red.
Right there.
But yeah, screenshot your receipt and send it to me to my email address, and then the winners will be contacted, and I'll let you choose whichever prize you want. But yeah, so I'm on my way to the house. I'm on my way to the house right now. But we were talking about our first experiences, and it's so crazy because my ex, he was not my first experience, but he was really kind of like my first relationship.
How many have you had?
What?
Experiences.
Well, who keeping count of all of that, Ryan? You the one started before I did. You were fucking and carrying on with boys when you were in college.
But that don't mean my number count is higher than yours.
I didn't say I didn't say I had a high count.
Because,
I didn't say I had a high body count.
Because as soon as you got hot, you
Excuse me.
were out in these streets.
Let me explain something to you. As a person that has always been in season, you know how some people have their seasons. They go through a season where they dating a few people. And they the block is hot. And people interested and stuff. Well, I'm always in season, right? I've always been in season. But no, I ain't never been like out here just carrying on like that.
You sure?
Come on, Baltimore MTS. No, I haven't. I mean, I've had my whole moments. But I was single when I was doing it.
Did you put an S on there or no S?
Moments. Oh, look at fuel going down. It's $3.99. Come on, Kroger, with the $3.99 fuel.
For regular.
Yeah, I can't get that.
Me either.
Yeah. But so Ryan had his first experience. I don't know if you saw the I uploaded the video on my YouTube channel. So it says coming out story. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to look at that after we finish this. But Ryan was sharing that, he had his first experience when he was in college. He was over there getting a higher education, and he over there getting a degree in faggotry.
It was after, look, I did my schoolwork.
He and some man that's living with a wife and 3 children now were over there shinging and carrying on in the shower. They were having sex in the shower. Yes, Taurus are always in season, niece. Somebody said that. Who was that? Sunshine? She said Taurus are always in season. And listen, don't forget, paid for your say is $100. The promo code is Craig100. Craig100, niece. So, listen. He was over there shinging and carrying on. When I say shinging, that means you weren't actually having intercourse. You were just touching and agreeing and jacking off together and stuff. And slobbing knobs and, eating cookies and stuff. So you and this man used to mess around all the time in college. That was your freshman year? What year was this?
This was my sophomore year.
So that was your first experience?
Yeah, my
sophomore year in college. Mine wasn't until I graduated college. I was 22 years old. Hey, Vicky Jackson from Baltimore. And so how old were you when you first started telling people that you're gay? Oh, somebody said, Ryan, you like your cookies ate?
I like it all.
Oh, he enjoys gay sex. So I guess that means you're into fellatio as well. Miss Kelly said, eating what? Cookies, niece, cookies. Tossing salad. So how old were you when you first started telling people that you were gay? Because see, there's a difference in when I say coming out, I mean when I first started having experiences with other guys, like sexual experiences. But there are other types of coming out. It's also when you first start telling people,
I was
listen,
24 when I told people.
you were 24, so you had been punking for like 2 years before you started telling people?
4.
Oh, you had been oh, that's right, because this was at 20. So you were punking for 4 years before you started telling people. Now, remember, I said this before on the last live. If you are not a part of the community, please don't be using the word punking and faggotry and all that other stuff. Now, listen, I'm just playing now. You can't be saying that. It's like the N word. If you are not a person of the African diaspora,
They get real comfortable.
right? Don't get too familiar. You might get busted in your mouth calling somebody a faggot. Okay? You might get busted in the mouth. Just like there are some trans women who use the word tranny, but I'm not a trans person, so I would never use that word, right? So if they want to use it within their community, then that's fine. But listen, if you're not a part of the community, let me say something to my friend Kamal again. Kamal, of course, I've never met Kamal. Kamal watches the lives, and he's out of New York City. When I tell you that thing sent me a chocolate candy bar, I'm gonna have to give you a triangle to try. I'm not even gonna give you a whole square.
I'm okay.
You don't want to try it? Baby, when I said that thing had me fucked up in the game, what is today? Tuesday?
I got things to do.
What's today? Tuesday? Today is Tuesday. I took it on Sunday. What's up, Dallas, Texas? Hey, W. Oliver 24. I took this edible. Okay, so they come in, it's a chocolate bar, right? It's a candy bar. And it's like squares. It's like these little small squares. And they're sliced in half. So I took a half of a triangle. I took a triangle, so a half of the square on Sunday night. Baby, when I say I could feel it yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening, when I woke up yesterday to take Gladys to dialysis.
You could have put her in the Uber.
Listen here. And it was $20 in the Uber. I almost been like, girl, this is about to be the best $20. Talking about a triangle, niece. A triangle. Bridget, it was a triangle. I almost sent her in the Uber for $20. When I tell you, I know how to get to her dialysis place, right? And I was driving, and I was just like, I started feeling paranoid, like I was going the wrong way. No, it's not. There's no dispensary here in Atlanta. Somebody sent it to me from New York. Kamal, he sent it to me from New York.
Illegal drugs. Illegal drugs. I got to hang out with people who won't send me.
Listen here. The best thing since sliced bread. When I say I woke up Monday morning, and I was just like out of it, and I took her to dialysis, I had to put the directions in because I thought I was going the wrong way. And then the directions were right. And it was like, no, you're going the right way. You just don't, I came back home. Usually it takes me a minute to fall back to sleep. Baby, I was out in 10 minutes. I slept so good that I forgot to go pick her up. I didn't even go pick her up from dialysis. Elliot had to go pick her up. She called my phone. She was calling and calling and calling. When I looked at my clock, when I woke up because I was like, ooh, I'm sleeping too late. I felt like, how your body wakes up and you're just like, I should be awake. Your body just wakes up. And I was like, oh, I'm missing. No, I woke up from sleep, okay? So I woke up and I looked at the clock and it was 11 o'clock. And then normally she's home by 10:15 because I didn't, And I looked at that and I heard her in the other room talking. And I was like, oh, she's back home. And I jumped up. I was like, how did you get back? She's like, I took a cab. And she's like, no, I'm just playing. Elliot came and picked me up. So she called Elliot's phone. And Elliot was at my house, of course, working. And so then he ran and picked her up. I was knocked out. And it's a good thing that she took her phone because she would have known his number by heart. And I said to her when we were leaving, I said, you got your cell phone with you, right? Because sometimes she'll leave that house and won't have that cell phone. And she'd have been sitting there till 11 o'clock if Elliot wasn't at the house or she didn't have that cell phone. But anyway, Elliot probably would have woke me up and be like, where's your mother? But anyway, that was yesterday. So I didn't really start recovering until yesterday evening. When I say, and I told Carlton, I said, I can't fool with this chocolate bar unless it's a Friday or Saturday. I don't need to do this during the week. I only need to do this during the week because listen, I'll be messed up in the game. Let me see something. This is my friend Angela texting.
Angela.
All these text messages.
Did you pay the bill?
Did I pay the bill? Pay the bill for what? I said all these text messages. What you talking about?
I'm joking. Can you pay my bill?
Pay what bill?
Cell phone bill.
Can you pay my bill? No, I don't have that. Now, if you over on Patreon, you already see that I'm. If you over on my Patreon, you already know that I'm considering helping another friend who's in a bind. Nate, I'm in a bind.
Why don't you join OnlyFans and I get a portion of that money?
I don't want to go on OnlyFans. Mm-mm.
You and Carlson could do one. Just don't, go all the way.
No. But listen, you know what? My line suspended. But no, you right, Donnell. I might need to go live in the Patreon so we can discuss this dilemma that I talked about over there on the Patreon.
That's so sad.
It really is sad. And see, I'm not going to talk about it on this live because, we got too many people that know us or know them. And so I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to put nobody's business all the way on Front Street. But we definitely might need to get on this Patreon and have a live. Because this don't make no sense. Grown people not able to take care of their own responsibilities. And again, it's different if you are really making an effort and you're doing everything that you can, to take care of stuff. But it's like if you're just being trifling and irresponsible and then you still asking people for help. Sir, I'm going to need you to go and get you a back windshield.
Maybe he don't have the money. Not everybody is as fortunate.
Well, he should have.
The deductible for a windshield is not cheap.
It depends on what your deductible is.
Which is true.
Right. Well, I mean, he at least need to change the tape and stuff on the back, the damn paper blowing inside the car.
This is Atlanta, Georgia. Windows get busted just for fun.
I'm not saying they don't, but he could at least freshen up the tape. He needs at least freshen up the tape on the thing. Amen. So I went and got myself a little snack after the gym. Ryan didn't want to get anything. I don't understand how you go to the gym and work out and then don't eat.
I'm not hungry.
You need to feed your muscles, though.
It'd be nice if you have water in the car.
We don't buy bottled water anymore, Ryan. We're not wasting the plastic, okay?
But you buy bottled alcohol.
What bottle of alcohol?
I'm going to show y'all a picture when we get in the house.
Well, first of all, I'm saying plastic bottles. We don't need to be purchasing any. Now, y'all know I'm a Fiji fanatic. I love Fiji water. But since we got this thing. Listen, come on, Donna. When a person shows you who they are the first time, that's my thing. It's like you didn't believe it. If you didn't want to listen, I'm sorry. We're gonna talk about this on the live. On the Patreon live, we're gonna have to discuss this. It just don't make no sense. So back to Ryan. So
back to you.
So you started telling people that you were gay at 24.
24.
Who did you tell first?
My youngest brother.
He's gay though, right? Okay. How old was he at the time?
15.
You done told your 15-year-old boy, what, brother, because you knew he was gay? Was he already out there?
He could tell. He was doing something.
I told you in that last video, the gays start young now. It ain't like us. Like, I started at 22.
Scared to do anything.
Scared to do anything. Baby, these kids, they sucking dick and carrying on at 12.
I mean, what did you do in college?
I did nothing in college. I didn't have my first experience with a guy until I moved here. And Atlanta turned me out. Somebody said, is Ryan in a relationship?
I'm dating. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't do anything in college. I was too afraid because I thought at the time that I could control the feelings and the urges for guys. So I had this thing in the back of my mind, one day I'm going to get married, I'm going to have kids, and I'm going to bring my family back to homecoming, and I don't need to see 2 and 3 different men that I didn't fucked around with while I was in college with my wife and kids with me, and I'm trying to avoid them. I didn't want there to be a story that I would have to tell. You understand? So I never messed around.
I have a story to tell you. I don't know if I ever told you, but we have to talk about that off here.
We got to talk about it offline. Oh, you don't want them to know? Don't forget what it was.
Because that person might be listening.
Oh, okay. Now, don't forget what it was.
Right.
So the thing is, I never acted on the feelings. But that's one of the things that I was saying earlier on the other video. If I could go back to college, I definitely would have been getting it in college.
So you just waited to Atlanta to come be a whore?
No, I didn't say I was a whore now. Now, I'm one of those gays that can go places and not see anybody that I've ever done anything with. And some of y'all can't do that. Some of y'all can't go into a room when there's more than 20 gays in there because you done seen 3 or 4 people that you done laid and played with.
We just went to the gym and we ran into somebody you messed with.
We ran into one guy that I used to date.
Messed with too.
Yeah, we definitely messed around, but we used to date.
And that's not the first time.
When else have we gone to the gym and we've seen somebody that I messed around with? It's rare that I go to the gym and see anybody that I done fooled around with.
I got Spring Street. Okay.
At Spring Street, I'm trying to think. Anybody over there that we've ever run into?
It's okay.
I'm trying to think if we've ever run into anybody over at Spring Street that I've messed around with. You definitely have, because you pointed them out the last time we were there.
That was one person.
That you told me about.
I tell you everything.
I'm trying to think if it was somebody else there that you messed around with. But this drink is terrible.
But yeah, you keep drinking.
Mango Fizz. Oh, Michael said he was turned out in Dallas, Texas. My God, today.
Atlanta, Georgia, part 2.
They might be running neck and neck right there with Houston.
Oh, Houston.
And DC.
I have a good time in Houston.
Baby. And see, for a long time, I didn't even have experiences with anybody in the DMV area. Because, like, when I moved away, I was 18. I went to school. I never had any experiences when I was in school, like in college. I started having experiences while I was, like, I started going to clubs and stuff. And, but I never had an experience. I never had a sexual experience with a guy when I was in college age. It wasn't until I moved to Atlanta. And then I started going back home for visits and stuff. And I started messing with this guy that lived in Baltimore. He lived on the east side. I met him at a club in D.C. And
she gets around.
Excuse me, I was home visiting family.
Did you visit your family?
I did, but I visited him too.
We're gonna ask Gladys when we get in his house.
But I didn't have experiences over in the DC area because I didn't live there. So it wasn't until I moved away, and then I would go home. And then I did go stay home home can be good for you. Sometimes you need to go home and regroup, go live with your family. When I was trying to get my shit figured out financially and stuff like that.
One experience in the DMV.
It was the best thing in your life, huh?
Not really.
It wasn't? He must not have been from the DMV.
I don't think he was.
Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't because we know what we're doing.
Are you sure? Most of the people from the DMV are whores.
Well, I didn't come out there, so that wasn't my experience. But we do know how to have sex, okay? If we don't know how to do nothing, we know how to dress and we know how to fuck.
They could be in a room playing cards and everybody done slept with everybody else and they in relationships.
Well, that could be anywhere. That's in Atlanta. That's in DC.
We were trying to give you the sidewalk.
That's in Dallas. That's in Houston. Please hit the like button on the video, please, niece. Please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button.
What do you think is going to happen to the pastor now?
Okay, so in the last video, in the part 1 of this video, we were talking about this pastor who was getting his dick sucked. And then in the other part of the video, he was fucking this boy.
Did you see the other one where the boy was on his knees pointing to his head?
No.
There's a video of a boy having sex and the guy has a gun to his head.
Oh, no, I didn't see that. So, Pastor Dwayne, yes, what's the last name? Pastor Dwayne somebody, because I know y'all going to go over to Twitter and look for it. But somebody sent me the video of him getting his dick sucked, and then he was fucking the boy doggy style. The boy was on his knees, right? And they were both looking at the camera. And the boy was like, don't you got to get home to your wife? Don't you got to get home to your wife? And mind you, this pastor was fucking this boy raw because he didn't came all on the boy's ass and his back. And so he was fucking this boy raw. And my thing is like, now how you married? See, that's the thing about cheating. See, that's why I don't have grace for people who cheat. Because if you cheat on me, I don't know whether or not you over there fucking raw or not. And what I'm not going to do is take you back and then you come back to me talking about you just need you made a mistake and this. We looking at the video of the boy getting fucked with the gun to his head. I want to see the sex though. You can't see the sex.
You're such a whore.
I'm a voyeur. I'm a voyeur. Hey, Daniel.
Finally.
Mm-hmm. One of these guys is your uncle?
No, he's my friend.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I could just park. Well, I can't park on there. I'll just wait. But yeah, so it's just like, I don't know if I could really that's why it would be hard for me if somebody cheated. If I was in a relationship with somebody and they cheated, it would be hard for me to stay because first of all, people aren't going to be forthcoming about what they did. And my thing is, I can't assume that you cheated and you used protection.
I need the whole story. The whole story.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it.
How many times have you cheated?
Once. I was 27.
Why?
It's in my first book because I didn't have the emotional maturity. And I talk about this in my first book. It's in Words Never Spoken. I didn't have the emotional maturity. I didn't have the emotional reach to be able to say, listen, I'm really upset about this. We need to talk about this. You know, I was afraid to be that kind of vulnerable. You know what I mean? Because I felt like at the time that it made me feel weak or look weak. Like, why are you telling me about how you feel? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me to go to him and be like, you know, it hurt my feelings when you did this, or it hurt my feelings when you did that, or it hurt my feelings when you said this. So I've always been a person up until, you know, recently, you know, when I was single, I learned to be better at communicating, but I just never knew how to really say that. And so, I just didn't know how to say it. And so I just thought it made me look weak. Blue335 Texas said, if you are not on Patreon, you better get on over there because you are missing out. We're going to do a live on Patreon so we can have this conversation in depth, niece. But so instead of me communicating with the guy that I was dating at the time, I ended up cheating. I acted out is what I did. I acted out. And that was the only time because I saw how it hurt him. And I didn't like the way that because that wasn't my intention to hurt him. I just was, I don't know. And so I didn't like the way the way he felt. I didn't like the way I felt after it. I saw how it hurt him. And I just said I would never do that again. I'll leave before I do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why cheat on somebody? And I know why people do it. Some people do it because they really enjoy the stability of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you live together, like you still enjoy coming home together, having stuff to do in terms of eating together, having plans for the weekend and sharing in life expenses or mortgage or rent or whatever, like sharing your bills. Like you enjoy all of that. So you don't want to let that go, but you don't really want the relationship anymore, but you don't want to let go of all of that other stuff, the other benefits. And so you stay and you dibble and dabble on the side. But for me,
have an open relationship.
I understand why people have open relationships. It just doesn't work for me. And so, you know, yeah, that open relationship shit ain't for me. Now, listen, if that's your thing, then fine. I'm not trying to judge anybody. That just ain't for me. And so, you know, I had to look at it like that and be like, listen, this is not what I want to do. Patreon, Carl, what's up, Carl Daniel? Patreon is my video diary. I post more intimate, private conversations on there, like when I travel and when I'm with my friends and stuff like that. Things that are too personal to go on live. And so I talk more in detail about certain things. And so that's what Patreon is. It's a video diary. And so it's a subscription. Okay, Daniel was trying to get my attention. We're going to get out and go down here with Daniel. What you trying to show me something in the back? Daniel? Ryan, you about to leave or you going to come run the back with us real quick?
Well, I'm about to go talk to Glad.
You can't talk to her after we... Well, here, set this in the house for me. Somebody said, play a commercial. Oh yeah, look, I can't play the commercial because I'm not on my I'm not on StreamYard. I can't run the commercial. I wish I could though, because I sure would enlighten Daniel. Oh, here. Let me unlock the door. You need me to unlock the door.
Oh, she's going back home.
I just unlocked the door. Thank you. Daniel finally got that raggedy ass truck from in front of my house. Come on over here, Daniel. So those of you that have been paying attention or that have been watching my lives and stuff, this is Daniel. He does really, really great work. He did my driveway. He also does roof work as well. You guys know I believe in supporting black and brown people. He is from Mexico.
Yep.
That was my fake ass accent. Mexico. And so you see my tree getting some little buds on it? Look at this. My friend Scott planted this tree on my Patreon about a month or so ago. Look at the tree. It's starting to get little buds on it. Look at these little buds it's getting on here. So it's gonna be blooming soon. Should have put some what?
So the other dirt, that dark black dirt.
Oh, I should have put some of the black dirt so it wouldn't look like this? Yeah, I probably should have.
Some better.
Okay, so we're gonna go around back. So let me show you guys the progress that we've been making. So Daniel has been working somewhat diligently. Somewhat diligently. I'm ready to get this work done now. I need to get this work done. So we're now I know we need to work on the grass too.
Well, that ain't his job.
Well, listen, Daniel said he can do it all. Okay? So we're going to go in the back so you guys can kind of get an idea of what we're working on. We're trying to get some outdoor space going because it's about to be summertime. So Daniel has already created. We have a lot of work to do. So over here, we're going to put new mulch. Over here, we're going to put new mulch. He put a new sidewalk. See this new sidewalk he put? Can I walk on this? Yeah. He put a new sidewalk right here, y'all. Look at this. Look at this because it was a jagged, beat up mess. Oh, I didn't know you were sitting up there. So he's going to have to cement this right here. And then we're going to do a gazebo over there. Can y'all see that? Oh, yeah, so the gazebo is going to be over here. This is where the gazebo is going to go. Right here. So we're going to do some seating out here. We cut back some of the trees. And then we're going to have a walkway right here. That's going to be a walkway here. Some pavers. And we're going to put a grill right here. We're going to have a grill right here so we can cook. And then we're going to have a seating area over here. See, we got it all lined up. We're going to have a seating area right here with a fire pit. And then we're going to have a walkway right here. Amen? And then we're going to have all of this grass and stuff open right here. So that's what we're doing. So Daniel, how old are you, Daniel?
25.
Daniel is 25 years old. And he's hardworking.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Most of the times he's hardworking. And so, but no, he does good work. And so, if you guys are in the Georgia area, Tennessee area, Alabama area, you said, well, South Carolina, he'll come. Give the people your phone number. What's
Alabama.
the number?
470
470
530
530
22
22 17.
Look how good I'm getting.
Look at Ryan.
Playing with the Georgia.
They said it's the playing with the yo-go for me.
Hey, I guess he never played with one when he was a child.
Yeah, I think he was deprived. He's from Ohio.
That's so shady.
Thank you, Ronald. But yeah, so Daniel has been doing a really good work. Good job. So if you guys, somebody said, Daniel, come to 305. That's down in Miami.
It's just depending.
Don't be thinking he coming down there for no $100
Fix.
walkway. He not coming to do that. But so yeah, we got to do cement up underneath here too. So we're gonna finish the walkway, and it's gonna be cement down here as well. But
Do you do other jobs while you're working here? I got a friend that wants her deck stained.
Miss Kelly said, "Wait a minute now. I'm from Cleveland."
Thank you, Kelly.
I'm just playing. Carlton is from Ohio too.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's from
Okay.
Youngstown. Carlton. Yeah. So we're gonna actually add some stairs. We're gonna add some stairs to come down. Yeah, we're gonna have some stairs. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
But first, we're gonna do so we can have
Yeah,
an
first.
idea.
Yeah, we're gonna do this part first because we need to have an idea. But remember, the stairs are gonna. Ryan, can you hold this while you using
I
your
mean,
You
fun.
messing up my yo-yo time.
while he playing with his yo-yo? So remember, the stairs are gonna come down. It's gonna come down, and then it's gonna come to the walkway that's here.
Yep. It's gonna be like
Yeah, yeah. And then we'll have the walkway to go down.
easy pipes on.
Right. So, is this a
That's a pro.
okay, yeah, yeah. Because the thing is a 10 by 12. The thing is a 10 by 12. The gazebo is a 10 by 12. So this needs to be a little bigger.
Thank you, Tierra.
It's a 10 by 12.
He didn't turn the camera around to himself.
No, it's to you.
Oh, you flipped it.
I can't see what
Oh.
I'm recording.
It's a 10 by 12, right? 10 by 11.
The gazebo itself is a 10 by 12.
What should be?
So this
11.
needs to be 11 by 13.
Yeah, so something like
Right.
How you telling Daniel how to do his job?
that. No, it's that we got confused.
No, I didn't get confused. You got confused.
Yeah, we got confused.
No.
Go Youngstown.
Okay, so this we just gotta smooth this out.
Mr. D, we out here in the backyard getting ate up.
I'm trying to make it to a level of the ground.
Right. You said 9.
No, cause
Right,
I mean, not digging down. Saying so when it rains, it's gonna be muddy.
You're right.
So the pavement
High and lifted up.
to the level of the ground.
So now Ryan, yeah. You asking me?
No, I'm gonna do it to the
Oh,
level of the
right.
ground.
Yeah.
To grass,
Right.
so it doesn't have to be the paper soft or high.
So this is where the grill is gonna be.
It's just like that.
So you'll be grilling right here, and it'll be like a little piece, so you can walk back down to the paver. And
I wonder, are you gonna cut your own grass?
I don't cut it now.
Okay.
Let me explain something to you.
What do you do in your house that you do?
You know why it's important? This is what I say to y'all also about having a cleaning lady. After you done worked off over here.
It was a bug on me.
After you done worked all week, is your gay pinky in front of the camera? After you done worked all week, the last thing you want to do is be cleaning any toilet, okay? So get you peace of mind. Get you somebody to come and clean your place, even if you only do it once a month. That's all I do it is once a month.
Even this crack screen?
The screen is not cracked. That's the cover. That's cracked. And then as far as like lawn work. Like who would listen? I did all of the cutting of the grass that I wanted to do when I was a kid. I'm not cutting no more grass.
Is that true, Miss Gladys?
I used to have to cut grass when I was a kid, and then not only that, me and my friends, that was a hustle for us. We would go to we would walk around with our lawnmower, and we would cut people's grass for money. I'm not cutting no more grass.
You're the grand dame.
Well, you know. But yeah, so this is where the grill is gonna go. So we'll be able to grill. We'll grill right here. And then over here is where we're gonna have a table, a fire pit, some seating, so we can be out here eating. So wait, you said measure though.
Yeah, I have the measure already. So he's gonna measure here.
Ever seen a bad movie? This is what's gonna happen.
Wait till all of them leaves and stuff come in. It ain't nothing but straight shade. It's like nice and shaded.
And you want us out here at nighttime?
We're gonna have plenty of lights.
Yes, we do.
When we do the fire.
I've seen enough bad movies.
I'm gonna be here still.
And listen, and like when sometimes he's here until it's dark. It stays lit because we got those motion lights up there, so it stays lit.
You don't know what John Deere is coming from back there?
You scared of a deer?
Hey, just on
Yeah,
that.
it's deer. There are
Just
deer
look.
out here.
I saw it last time. He was
I saw
on
a
the
beaver
creek.
Oh, you saw
swimming.
one out here?
Yeah, he was on the.
He was in the
on
creek.
Yeah, he was.
I saw a
inside.
beaver doing a backstroke up in here.
You did see a beaver. I ain't never seen no deer
I
out
saw
here.
it too.
I've never seen a deer. Now Carlton and his mom and them, they saw like 4 or 5 of them out here one time. I ain't never seen it.
I'm scared of deer.
But they ain't gonna come out if we out here eating and stuff. Cause I want to do a crab leg. You know how I do the brunches and stuff. I want to do a crab leg and
Which he
champagne.
ain't gonna cut.
I want to do a crab leg thing, and that'd be nice to have that outside. That's why. How long is it gonna take for this to be done?
June.
Let's put him on the spot. Look, now he's trying to duck out the camera. How long?
You would get a gay
What
garden
is
hose.
Ain't nothing wrong with my garden hose. You said what? A week? For what?
it?
Look, Bug's getting on me already.
Okay. So don't you have to measure though? Because I need to. quote. Like I need to know.
Yeah, I'm not sure already.
You already did the steps,
Steps.
but we got to do this part, right?
Yeah, this is the thing I was trying to make sure. That's
I
why
sure
put
would
it
like to
that.
play with my yo-yo some more.
Yeah, you can't right now.
Okay.
But so
I'm
so
done.
how do you paint what you wanted in them? Just like the front ones, or
Like the front ones, and but I don't think I want it to but you know I don't want the stones in between like out front. I just want grass, right? And then
Walk the dog.
yeah, so that's it. But anyway, niece, listen. I'm going to have to pop on that Patreon today because we really got to have a conversation about what's going on over there. If you're already in Patreon, please go and watch it because I may have to jump on there tonight. We'll see. But please go watch the Patreon. If you're not a member of Patreon, go ahead and join. It's Patreon, patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart, okay? Listen, you guys have an amazing day. I done gave y'all 2 lives in a day. Amen. So listen, you guys have an amazing day, and I will talk to you guys soon.